In the next few lessons, I will talk about the assembly level configuration, which is another very important topic. First, I will give you a few examples. What is the advantages of this assembly level configuration? If you want to simplify your part, your assembly, then maybe you have to configure different level of configuration you have to make. Like for one full assembly, you need to configure 3-4 different configuration to make it more simple. Or if you want to make any technical documentation, maybe you have to simplify your configuration or your full assembly in the different stages. In that case, you have to use the assembly configuration. Or if you want to just suppress your purchase part, and if you want to just show your only that portion of your assembly which part will be manufactured by your company. There are lots of uses of this assembly level configuration, and it's very handy. At the beginning it will be tough for you, but when you will started to work with this, it will be very easy for you to work. So here you can see this is a very simple configuration, simple assembly file. I am saying this is a configuration because one assembly means one configuration. By default, there is just only one configuration. So where is that configuration? You can see there are few tabs here. If I go to the third tab, it says configuration manager. This is the configuration manager where I have to keep all my configuration. When I will go inside this tab, you can see there is just only one configuration. This is my assembly, like this. This is the assembly, and this is the only configuration I have, and which one is the current stage of the configuration, that the name of that configuration will show here, which is default. If I go to the configuration tab, you can see the configuration name is default. So this is the only one configuration. That's why always I say one configuration, one assembly means one configuration. By default, always this will be like this. So this is one configuration by default. Now I will add one more configuration. So if you want to add one more configuration, you can just right click on this assembly name and you will get this menu. Or if you can right click in this blank area, you will get the same menu. So from here you can see there is one option called add configuration, and there is few option. From this option I have to fill a few things, then I will create another configuration. So here first I have to give the configuration name. For the name I will put cylinder inside. This is the configuration name. I must have to put this name. This is not optional. If you want to make one configuration, the second configuration, you must have to put another name. So this is mandatory, but the description field you are seeing, this is not mandatory. If you don't want to put any name here, that is okay, but always it is good practice to put the description name. So here you can put any name here, but for this example I am leaving this blank. But there is some other option like bill of material option. Here you can see there is one option called use in bill of material. If I put my customized value here, and if I check this value will be displayed in the bill of material based on this information. I will discuss all about this later. There are a few advanced option and parent-child option. This is very nice. I will discuss all about this later. So first I have to create the second assembly. So this is my second assembly, configuration name cylinder inside. I will press OK. Now you can see there are two assembly, and from the two assembly, if I ask you which one is the current, you can say this is the current cylinder inside, because the default one is now deactivated, gray now. That means this is the visual clue that I am in the cylinder inside assembly. If I go to the feature manager design tree, you can see inside this bracket, last time it was default, now cylinder inside. So that means I am working cylinder inside assembly. Here you can see this is the same thing. If I want to switch between these two, I just have to double click on this default, and now this is default. But there is no change for the default or cylinder inside assembly. There for these two different configuration, all are same. Why this is same? Because I made few different configuration, but I did not apply any different rules for this different type of configuration, which I will do later. I mean, the next lesson I will show you.